Hey guys, welcome to the Go to Game show. This is episode 16, and this is where Jack and I catch up every week now that we're all isolated at home, although things are looking up at the moment, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we're joined every single week to go over all the weekly gaming news and find out a little bit more about our guest. And this week, we're joined by the one and only Naysy.
Hello.
Well, thanks for coming on the show and being here with us.
No worries. I'm glad to be on a show with you guys. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. So, what have we all been up to? Jack?
Oh, more GTA roleplay.
No.
A little bit.
A little bit?
I say that every single week. That's pretty much all I've been doing. But this week I got my new hard drive installed finally. I've had such little space for so long. I ordered this hard drive and then it took 2 weeks because I didn't have the motherboard screw to put in the M.2 drive. So I finally got that and I put it in. And now I've got like this terabyte full of nothingness and I can fill it up. So I just downloaded heaps of racing games. I've been like drifting and playing all these racing games with my mouse and keyboard. So I'm excited to get a wheel at some point and do some racing games. So get back into that.
And you're looking at getting into some VR racing games too?
Yeah.
Yes. Very yes. I completely forget I have a VR headset. But I was playing Phasmophobia as well. Is that how you say it? I think so.
I think so.
I don't know.
I haven't jumped
the fear
in on
of ghosts, which very.
Yeah.
That is a wild game.
Especially I haven't played it yet.
Played on the PC as well, and it's still a bit freaky. But in VR, like just being able to move around a corner, like to see it just takes it a whole new level. It's
that was wild. The one thing that I thought made Resident Evil 7 like next level was VR. It was I've told the story on a previous episode, but yeah, I loved that game in VR. It was terrifying. And I haven't had a chance to play that was it Phasmophobia?
Yeah.
That's multiplayer, right?
Yeah. It's a lot more complex as well than what I was expecting. It's not like a jump scare game. I was just expecting to go in and get jump scared, but you actually have to like work things out. I'm like, oh.
That sounds like it's right up my alley because I love horror games. Especially the ones that aren't just jump scares, like the psychological horror and the puzzle solving and all that sort of thing. So,
like even when the ghost comes at you, it's like not crazy jump scare because there is like a chance to get away from it.
Yeah,
if you had the right equipment. So if you like, it's all planning. Like if you plan, like to do all the achievements or the tasks that you've been set out to do in the house, like but it's still freaky though, because you hear it like around the house, but it's voice activated, so you have to talk to it. Well, it's it's wild. It's pretty scary, but yeah,
I'm loving that all these and it's weird that it's like during this COVID time that all of these independent games popping off and becoming popular. Like we saw it with Fall Guys, we've seen it with Among Us, and now Phasmophobia is the next one. And I've said it previously and I'll say it again, I think it's also that these smaller studios just get the community aspect of things, and that's what people need at the moment, is being able to do things with their friends. I think that's why all these games are taking off. And it's cool to see that it's all indies and not the majors that are pulling all these off.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally agree.
Well, my week in gaming hasn't been exciting. I don't think I've actually played any. Actually, I was going to say I haven't played any games. I got hooked on a mobile game this week. Of all
Raid Shadow.
Raid Shadow Legend. No. It was Wheel of Fortune of all games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun, actually.
It is. So my wife started playing it, and she was. I was playing it over her shoulder, like literally, like she'd be playing it, and I'd solve it like straight away. And she goes, "How are you getting this? There was only 2 letters on there." And I was just like, "Apparently, I'm good at this game." So we've got this weird thing at night of like after we finish watching TV and before we go to bed, we have a couple of rounds of that and playing that together. It's been pretty cool. Apart from that, I did order some stuff online, non-gaming related, but I'm looking forward to it turning up. As I ordered an Android head unit for my car.
Yeah, right.
Wait, what does that do?
It's instead of a car stereo, it's an Android unit.
So like a tablet kind of thing, right?
Yeah. So the only thing is when you hop into your car, I'm gonna have to turn on the Wi-Fi on my phone to be able to get it to work.
Oh, right. Oh, because it needs internet.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
hotspot.
you can load stuff on there via USB and stuff
Can
like
you
that.
get its own SIM card?
I'm bound to be able to. I haven't even looked into that 'cause I've got an unlimited data plan on my phone, so it's not an issue. So, but being able to like just play YouTube music or Spotify or whatever in the car, I think it's an awesome idea. Because I think I've complained when I first bought my car that I don't own any CDs. I found like 4 CDs around the house, and they're on constant rotation in my car. So, looking forward to that. I suppose it's semi-gaming. I'll be able to play Angry Birds in the car.
Yeah.
Skyrim,
just not while driving.
Yeah, well, I'm not even sure what the legalities here are with like video and stuff like that in Australia or in New South Wales.
I think they're pretty strict. Like, if you get caught even touching your phone, even if it's GPS, like they can have a go at you.
Because I know in New Zealand, they changed the law like every 6 months about whether you're allowed video on your screen in the front. It used to be like, it used to be absolutely not allowed.
The flip-up head units with
the
yeah.
But mine's like a double DIN one, so it's going to be able to just go.
It just sits there,
yeah. What about you, Naysy? How's your week been?
Yeah, good. Video game wise, I played Phasmophobia in VR. I streamed that with some viewers. That was lots of fun. Terrifying, but yeah, it was way more complex than what I was expecting. But I think that it adds to the replayability because it just gets like more complex. So yeah, and you just learn better ways how to play it. And yeah, I played Mafia. Haven't played any Mafia before. That was cool.
Oh my god!
You guys
I
both
actually
got
forgot.
That
the
pack
as well.
Pack, right?
Yeah, it was a cool pack.
It was very cool.
Yeah, and I have some new glasses.
I didn't get it, Piers.
Oh, quickly! Speaking of glasses, I haven't really spoke to you since you had your eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forgot because I don't really. I wear glasses at the computer, but not away. But every time I've really seen you or seen you in person, you've either had glasses or contacts, and now
I'm so glad to go. So only like I got laser eye surgery. I only had to get in one eye because it's like the dominant eye. Like this one still sucks, but it's like it's fine. And I wasn't that blind. I just had astigmatism. So I'm probably like you, Jack, where it's just like my eyes get tired, and at the computer they would just get tired, but then it started to be like tired and tired more and more. So
I've looked into it for years, and I think because of the way my eyes are, I can't get like the laser surgery where they just I've got to get like the top layer cut off.
Yeah, I think that one's more intense. You have to like sit in bed for I think 24 to 48 hours and not open your eyes at all.
Exactly
that
right.
one.
And the idea of them cutting into my eyeball just freaks me out, and I haven't done it.
Yeah, that was a bit that freaked me out.
Yeah.
That's what Panda had like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so they had to do that with me. There's laser. They put a flap. They shoot a laser in, and they put the flap back. There's something now called Smile where they don't do the flap bit, which I don't know the difference. I'm like, maybe I should have done that, but I tried to go to like a reputable place, and they did a good job.
So
that's crazy.
There wasn't any plan to go and do the holiday over to Indonesia and get it done for cheap.
No, I would rather be safe. Like you don't want to mess with your eyes, like
It's true.
No,
it's very true. But yeah, what did you think of the Mafia package?
Yeah, it was super cool. I was surprised with keyboard and mouse in there. Except I get it spoiled because I'll open up Instagram stories. I'm like, oh, it's a Mafia pack, and I'm like, oh, I know what's gonna be in there now. But yeah, it was super cool. Excited about the glasses. What else was in there? Oh yeah, the art, really cool art and stuff like that.
You're gonna have to take up smoking too, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we could just have cigars. Like that's not really smoking, is it?
I light incense every day, so I'll use it for that.
Yeah, it was a cool looking lighter too.
Yeah,
you could drill a hole. It could drill a hole like on the edge, so you can put your incense in the thing.
Yeah, I use that gold thing. I put my sunglasses on it now. I'm like, hey, worked out well.
True. I should use it somewhere around here. Put my water bottle in it or something.
Yeah.
All right. So Naysy, we've been working together for years now. Me, you,
and
Jack.
Yeah. Wow.
But I suppose this is going to be a weird one for us because I mean we've gotten to know you so much over the last few years, and this is normally where we get to know you a bit better. But for the sake of our viewers, when did you start streaming?
When I don't know, like 4 to 5 years ago now. Started streaming just kind of like I was working full time, started streaming as a hobby in the afternoon or evenings, and really was into it and was hating my the job I was in. Wanted to take it a bit more seriously. And then I was lucky to pick up like a part-time job that was work from home that I was able to like jump more into streaming, which really helped. And then I think, eventually was able to take the plunge to go full time. So yeah, it's my streaming journey. So I guess lately I consider myself a YouTuber as well, which is weird.
Hey.
So but what got you into streaming? Like, where did the idea start? And
well, I think I'm a bit different to most people because I was doing video games marketing. I was doing marketing for like iPhone games. And my job was to reach out to like influencers and YouTubers and streamers. And I had no idea what Twitch was. So I started just like looking into it and like watching these streamers. I'm like, what? They just sit there and play games? Like people give them money? That's so stupid. But yeah, the more I looked into it, I'm like, hey, this sounds kind of fun. I'm like, I like playing games. So yeah, I just gave it a go. And yeah, it's addictive. It's addictive. It's lots of fun. But yeah, back then I think it was a little bit easy to grow a channel. Like I think pretty much in my first
changed in the last few years.
Yeah, like within my first week of streaming, like 20 viewers kind of thing. Like nowadays that's hard. So I was very fortunate to build a community very quickly, and yeah, a lot of them are still around, which is crazy. So super fun.
So do you still have some day one guys?
Not quite day one, but almost. Because I streamed for a few months, and then I took like 3 months off because the video game we're working on went viral. So I'm like, better go focus on that. But when I came back kind of the second time, then yeah, I've still got OG people from around then. I think I was streaming like Overwatch. Yeah, definitely. I've still got like 5 or 10 people who still OG. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And
got the founder's badge.
Yeah.
And then you got into VR, and I have, before we talk about it, as I still have this memory of the first day that you got to try Beat Saber.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Yeah. So, we got footage of it. There's videos.
Yeah, we somewhere. Do. Yeah. We should have teed it up for this show.
Yeah.
Right?
True. But I think I have it on my phone, or I recorded it on someone else's phone. I don't remember. But I
have it downloaded somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was my phone, maybe my old phone when we were doing stuff for
Intel.
It was Intel or whoever. Yeah.
So what happened was one of our earlier clients when we first started working together was Intel. Naysy was you were playing around with VR stuff at the time.
Yeah. It was Rick and Morty. I really wanted to play Rick and Morty VR.
And then of course we brought you along to IEM, the first IEM, and that wasn't the first thing we'd done. We'd done a few things with you before then, and I can remember you saying, Fid, do you think we'd be able to have a go at Beat Saber? And it was you, and the other one was
it was Ray J.
Rudism.
And Rudism, yeah.
Rudism was the other one.
That's right. I remember talking about it with him.
Yeah, he was. I really want to play it, and that was when I found out that he was previously a Guitar Hero guy.
Oh yeah.
That's why he wanted to jump into it. And yeah, I think it's actually on Intel's Facebook page. Is that video of you three all trying for the first time? And who would have thought that years later this is now your thing?
I know, it's crazy, right? Because I remember, I think maybe it was you at the time being like, VR's gonna get big, VR's gonna get big.
I can remember saying to you, because you were doing it, I was like, Naysy, you need to keep going with this VR thing. I think it's going to be your niche.
And I stopped. I kind of regret I didn't keep with it. Like in hindsight, I wish I kept with it and like did YouTube content because I think I'd be in a very different position now. But yeah, I wish I kept with it. But it was hard at the time because there just weren't a lot of games.
It wasn't
like really janky, and it's just like
it was still very much a platform that was being played with at the time, and it wasn't that killer app yet. Like it took Beat Saber to come along, I think.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was the killer app that everyone was like, I need it. It was the first time I remember PlayStation announcing a game for coming to VR when they finally got Beat Saber, that they made a big deal out of this VR game.
Yeah, Beat Saber is awesome. I love it, and it's like helped my channel a lot. So I just wish, I wish I did like YouTube earlier on. Like that's if I had any regret in my like career so far as like not doing YouTube earlier. So if anyone's listening who's a streamer, get on YouTube. Like get on it now. Do it.
100%. I'm a great believer that content creators should be spread out as much as they can.
Totally.
Anyway. But it's also very hard as well. Like
I think it's like me and a lot of people, you get discouraged because you upload for like a month and you're like, oh, it's not doing anything. There's no point. But really, I think it really takes a year to really get something off the ground. But once you do, it's like super beneficial.
Now, while we're talking about people being spread across multiple platforms, you're actually one of the people that I always point out to other content creators as doing an amazing job of, one, YouTube, your Twitter's always good, your Instagram's great, the way you utilize all your social is just flawless. But you were the first content creator that we worked with in gaming that massively popped off on TikTok.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
That was crazy. Like, yeah, I think I saw other people just popping off. I'm like, there's something here, like, about the algorithm. And yeah, so I started uploading Beat Saber videos. And yeah, like, it took a while, but then it popped off. Well, actually, one of the collabs we did, it was a Warner song. That was my first viral video. So like, oh, snap. So yeah, and then I had a lot of virality. These days, though, the algorithm hates me on TikTok, which is annoying, but I'm trying to get it back. It's so, I get so frustrated with algorithms. Like, yeah, but anyway, I'll get it back. I'll get it back.
So not long after you popped off on TikTok as well, I'm sure Jack will remember this story. Me and Jack were sitting in the office and literally had your YouTube account up on one of my screens. As we were watching one day, your account just went nuts.
Yeah, that was mental.
So tell us what that was like, and how do you think? What do you think? All of a sudden, you just popped off over this one day and just started gaining massive amount of subscribers.
Yeah, like, I still don't know if it's like, if TikTok, like, I think TikTok contributed, and maybe I think people saw me on TikTok and then they saw me on YouTube, and so they like clicked through and then like went from there. And I guess, yeah, definitely YouTube algorithm. Like, YouTube algorithm, if it favors you, it's like mental. And I think I got very favored with the algorithm. And I just put like a bunch of my videos, and like, yeah, I have a bunch of videos over 1 million views now, which is just mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your videos, like, especially with TikTok as well, like, I'm on TikTok every now and then, and you watch one here and you watch one there, or some other people. But yours, if you find one in the feed, like, and you click on your name, you just keep going, like,
yeah,
they're all similar in a way of the VR and stuff like that. Obviously, you do have a few other things added in there as well, but I always find myself just continually going through them, even though I've seen them before. Like, they're still just as exciting to watch over and over again as they are the first time. So I feel like
I think it's
really
that like satisfying content to watch. Yeah.
And then then the same as you take that mentality over to your YouTube channel, it's very much the same. Every time I see one of your videos in my feed, like in my subscription thing, like, I'll always watch it, like, all the way through, even if I don't know the song, like, because I know, obviously the work that goes behind it, all of the way the maps are built is always going to be different because different people are doing it for the most part. So it's always super exciting. So I feel like just the content that you're making is easily watchable as the whole way through. And then you finish and you go, fuck, there's another one there. I'll watch that as well because it's going to be different, even though it's like similar. So I feel like maybe that's why the platforms, like,
I also
sort of
think the other thing that you do a good job of, though, Naysy, which will definitely help with it, is you have a really good ear for what that big song is going to be.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I guess, yeah, I just listen to the community because, yeah, people tell you what they want. So I'm like, yeah. And like, I use TikTok a lot, so you learn like what's trending. And yeah, I grew up with pop music as well. So like some of that, like, kind of just 2000s music, like, does well. But yeah, generally whatever's trending, and one video does well. Like Melanie Martinez, I never listened to her before YouTube and TikTok. And people were like, do Melanie Martinez. I'm like, all right. And I did one, it popped off, and then just kept doing more and more of her songs. And
Doja Cat as well.
Obviously. Yeah, Doja Cat. Yeah, although I think she got cancelled, so or something. I don't know. So I'm like, ooh. But yeah, trying to keep trends.
well, that's an interesting topic, though, Nay, is when it comes to the songs you select, do you ever have any sort of awkwardness when it comes to lyrical content and things like that?
Yeah, like WAP. Everyone knows what WAP is, right? I didn't upload it to YouTube. I have a lot of young people on YouTube. I did do it to TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, there are like lots of young people watch my YouTube, and like moms, like there's like, I got a message from a lovely like older couple that are like, we love your content. I'm just like, oh, do I want them to watch this? Yeah, I didn't. But it's always hard. It's like you want to be authentic to yourself, but you also want to consider your audience as well. So it's like,
be mindful, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people,
so I think that was a line.
You look at like Jake Paul and stuff like that. Like, if you look at the demographic that he has, they are very young.
Yeah,
and he's
and
out
that's
there,
one dude who is not mindful,
promoting some wild stuff. And some of the stuff he does with, you know, even just over sexualizing things, like to me that's just crazy. But again, that's the other scale, right? The other end of the scale. Like, you know your audience and you're like, oh, I still want to be, you know, true to what I want to do, but also being mindful. And he's just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm just
like
something
that always guides me is I think I always want to be a good role model, and that I think helps guide your decisions with like everything you do. So just for a younger version of myself, like what would I look up to, I guess.
Yeah. I think that saying else that I personally respect you a lot for, Naysy, is you are very true to what you believe in, and things that you won't promote something that you don't personally like or use or whatever. Like, you have turned down opportunities from us, and I'm sure you've turned down opportunities from other people, and it's purely been because, look, it's not my thing. I don't really think it's right for me. Whereas there are some streamers out there that will take every single opportunity that's thrown at them.
Yeah, it's always a tough line to cross or whatever. But like at the end of the day, like, I do this job because I love it, not for the money. And if I'm not into something, money's nice, and I'm very grateful that I get to like do this full time. But I think what's the point of doing a dream job if you're not enjoying it? Like, then it's not your dream job anymore. So I always try and make sure I'm enjoying myself.
So you're still loving what you do?
Yeah, totally. Like, I'm an idiot and put too much stress on myself. But I think it's that just that creative brain. You always want to like challenge yourself and push yourself further. So it's always just like me putting too much criticism on myself because I want to do better. But it's totally just like a self-development thing, not like anyone else thing. And in the long term, like, I do stress a lot about like, what about 10 years from now? But I think that is very important for content creators to consider. Like, while I'm very lucky that Beat Saber works for me, it's like, may not be the case a year from now. So I'm always thinking about like, you know, how can I secure myself beyond just a game?
You know
think
what? Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I was thinking about this morning because I was watching a YouTube video early this morning. This guy I watch, his name's Matt Jones. He's a professional mountain bike rider. And he bought a big house and he built this like dirt trail, dirt jumps in his backyard and stuff. And I don't know why, but for some reason, as I was watching it, in my head, I don't even know why I was thinking this, but I was thinking the same thing. Like, you know, what could this guy possibly do in 5 or 10 years when he doesn't want to ride anymore, or whether, you know, he can't compete anymore? That's how he's making his money. You know, he's still young. He's younger than me. And he's still absolutely shredding it, you know, does like Red Bull, like these videos. He hasn't uploaded in like a month because he's been doing this Red Bull video and all this crazy stuff. And for some reason I was like, what can he go into? You know, he can go into maybe like, you know, management of other riders, or maybe working for Red Bull, or, you know, some sort of marketing because he does the YouTube and all that sort of stuff. And I've never really thought about it for content creators, because you see like jobs come up all the time, whether it be at a publisher or some sort of marketing agency, and streamers are like, oh, that's my dream job, I want to go for that, but don't really have any expertise in that. Like, as much as you can run social media channels, and, you know, I guess that is a part of it. It's not like a massive part of being a community manager or like a marketing manager. So it's like, how do you move into that, you know, after your sort of content creation journey is coming to an end, or may come to an end at some point? Like, where do you go from there? So I guess, I don't know, I guess that's a good panel for PAX or something, I guess.
That's true. I guess what's crazy is there's like music artists now coming to Twitch to retire, that it's like
isn't that wild? That is
crazy.
But it's not easy per se, but if you've already got 30 million followers on Twitter, you know, you tweeting out that you're going live, you're going to get 10,000 viewers like kind of pretty quickly, up to 100,000 if you're logic.
I was just about to say, like, if you've got the stamina to be able to do a world tour, like, surely you look at streaming and go, I can do that.
True.
See, but to what you were saying about people sort of from the content creation side of things going on to work in outside of the business, sometimes I feel sad for them as well, because it is a completely different world. It's not always fun.
As fun as they think.
So like the fun part, I always tell people that, you know, the fun part of this side of the business is super fun.
Oh yeah.
But it's only like 10% of what we do. If that, you know, the rest of it is really hard work.
Like, sure, PAX is fun, and we know about PAX
Yeah.
every year.
Doing booths,
but
not
you
fun.
don't really work on PAX until about a month or two out of PAX.
Yeah.
And that's not the fun bit. The fun bit is
you're,
once you land in
trying,
Melbourne.
As I say, you're trying to work on PAX 3 months in advance. But generally, all the work's done like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand. And then afterwards, after PAX, once we fly back to Sydney, it's all paperwork and reporting and all that sort of things. And it's the hardest time to get any data or anything out of streamers because they go home, they think PAX is over, and they're tired.
Yeah.
Hey, can you send me this information I need for this report? And it's like, yep, and you don't hear from them for 2 weeks. No, awesome. But while we're talking about reporting, this is the last question that we actually had scheduled on there was, Naysy, do you actually use any data to determine what you do? And, you know, and how you decide what games you're going to play, what content you're going to do, where you're going to distribute it, anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I love being an analytics nerd, but also it's like I think it's bad for you mentally. Like, if you're just constantly looking at stats and you start to see your community as numbers, not people, I think it can mess with you a little. So I try not to get too obsessive about it. But yeah, like recently I had a look at my like my click-through rate for like notifications. And yeah, that let me know that like Beat Saber streams in the morning, a lot of people click through on them, but when they're in the evening, a lot of people don't. And like when I do special events like cooking streams and stuff like that, they get a lot of engagement. So yeah, it does let you know what kind of content people are like engaging with. Because sometimes people say, we want you to play this, we want you to play this, but then you're just listening to the voice of like maybe 2 or 3 people. That isn't what everyone thinks. It's hard to determine what people really want without making yourself crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is definitely a fine line of, you know, you finish every stream and you wait for that email to check and see where all the peaks and troughs are. And
like the biggest metric I look for now is active chatters. Like that's what makes me feel good about stream, having lots of people talking. And I think that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
Well, engagement is awesome.
Marbles on stream.
Yeah, people love that. I'm like, why do you love this?
It's like spam random shit in the chat.
Well,
and not get banned.
My last, well, the thing is, my last stream that I did was like 2 weeks ago, and it was marbles on stream. I told the story on the last week's show, and I went in thinking this is a risk. I am not a big streamer. I'll be lucky if I get 1 viewer. You know, how am I going to do marbles on stream with 1 viewer? But literally, I tweeted out that I was doing marbles on stream, went live, and then I had 7 viewers. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. People love this shit.
Yeah, people love marbles.
Yeah,
they do.
It was fun.
There's so many maps too. You could play all night.
I was just doing random map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I sort of play it. Sometimes I get stuck in the queue trying to load into the GTA server. So I just like, as soon as I start my stream and people see the queue, they just start spamming marbles in the chat. Yeah. Because like it's just an easy way to pass the time. So I just jump in there and then like you can click like local times or local whatever it is, and you can see the ones you played and the times. So then you just sort of go through and do the ones you haven't. But people just love it. I don't know.
Yeah. I had a ball doing commentary on it.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's so much fun.
I think maybe that's what it is. Because everyone I've spoke to about marbles, they're like, oh yeah, you know, I love commentating. Who's coming first? Who's coming last? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like the same mindset that everybody has. And then you look at it from a chat perspective. Like, and you want your marble to win, so you're gonna watch.
Yeah,
like,
I think people love just
someone
getting
else
involved.
in chat. Like, it's such a good.
There needs to be more
easy.
mass like Twitch integrated games. Like, I wish there were more.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Because that's actually been cool to perfectly.
I've never had an issue with giveaway based on that. I reckon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be cool actually.
So if you did like a leaderboard throughout the stream, and then at the end give away to whoever won the most races or something.
Yeah, that'd
be pretty cool. I just tell my chat that whoever wins has to gift subs.
Hey.
That's how you do it. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. People sometimes go like, you know, they've got like a friend in chat or someone that they're like, you know, always hassling each other and shit like that, and they're like, all right, this is how we end the beef. Like whoever wins, like has to gift subs. Like from even like chat, and they're like, yeah, someone's like, yep. I'll jump on that. And there's like 5 or 6 people. Like whoever wins out of those guys has to give subs to the rest. Like I don't know. It's just like super community vibe for just this random marbles game. Yeah, it's really, really fun. I've been in it from like a viewer perspective as well. I've jumped in there. I'm like, all right, I'll give some subs if I win or I lose or whatever it is. So,
well, first time I ever saw it, I was a viewer on our mate Modboy's stream.
Yeah,
and he was playing it for hours.
That's mad. That's really cool. So, Naysy, is there anything that you're excited for game wise that you think is gonna maybe do well, like on YouTube or TikTok or something like that, or is the Beat Saber stuff like kind of a thing that works now, so you just keep doing
that's where I'm at. Like, I don't want to talk too much about my channel, I guess, but that's where I'm at. I'm like, I've been thinking about doing a second channel because I think my audience on YouTube, they want Beat Saber.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily gamers. Well, not all of them. So I'm like, maybe I should do a separate gaming channel. And I'm so on the fence about it. And I'm like, I don't know. I think I might. But anyway, I'm experimenting with that. But Star Wars Squadrons came out today, so I'm streaming that tonight, and it's got VR support.
I literally just DM'd our contact at EA and said, "Where's my code?"
Nice.
I've decided I was going to get it on PlayStation for PSVR, so I'll just casually play it in the lounge.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So that's going to be full lightsaber VR.
No, you're just in a cockpit, so you can get like little.
Oh, the Squadrons one, right? Okay.
Yeah, so you can get the control things. I don't know what they're called.
See, that's the thing though, Naysy, is I was thinking about like getting the full flight controls and stuff. I reckon it would be quite awkward in VR though.
Yeah,
especially if you're like taking your hand off to go do other.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of sitting, like especially for content. It's like I'm just gonna sit there. But I think what's the other game? I forgot it now. There's like a big space VR game that I forgot it now. But yeah, that's people use the cockpit stuff for that. But yeah, it should be good. Hopefully it's good. The other one was like I was excited for Walking Dead Onslaught, another VR game. Came out yesterday. It's got mostly negative reviews on Steam, so now I'm not excited for that. Yeah. So I had it scheduled to play last night, and then like looked at the reviews and I'm like, yeah, let's not. That was disappointing.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Now, while we're talking music and stuff, I think it's the perfect time to start talking about the news, because our first news agenda is music on Twitch. So we've got Twitch soundtrack. Was it soundtrack on Twitch? I can't remember what they call it.
I think it's soundtrack on Twitch.
By Twitch.
Yeah.
By Twitch.
Hey, have you guys had a look into how this is working?
I haven't deep dived, but I've heard people's hot takes, and it's annoying.
Doesn't sound very good from what people are saying on Twitter.
Yeah.
It sounds like just some really basic sort of Twitch Spotify thing that doesn't really have much on there.
Yeah, so I actually had a meeting with, not a meeting, I had a conversation with Twitch yesterday about it, because one of our clients is a record label. So I was like, well, shit, I need to know how we can get those tracks in there and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's cool that Twitch is doing something, right? We've got
totally, yeah.
We've got movement now, they've got a platform in place, and but I did find it really interesting that their preferred partners are basically independent distributors. It's where Joe Blogs can release a song on SoundCloud, right? But apparently it is being curated, so they must have a team of people saying what the best songs are, what are the ones that are going to be safe for Twitch and stuff like that. And when it comes to the major labels have still got to negotiate with Twitch.
Yeah, because I think why that is Twitch aren't paying them. They're getting paid in exposure, which is one of the criticisms.
I was literally about to say that. This is like using that would be like the same as me just going copyright free on Spotify. And that's what they're doing, but then putting that music in this.
Yeah. And apparently what it does is it doesn't like integrate with your stream. It's like an overlay, but it doesn't save it to the VOD.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird thing that it's not, you don't just listen to it through your OBS, like it overlays into the stream or something somehow. I don't know how it works. And apparently you're still at risk to DMCA strikes, which like...
I'll just keep playing the same 6 songs I know are 100% safe.
Yeah, I have a Monster Cat subscription. So yeah.
Well, Monster Cat was one of the ones that were.
Yeah, it's good. Like
people use it.
Yeah, like things like Crab Rave, they have like a Beat Saber pack as well, so I can monetize that content on YouTube. So that's always good. They got some good artists on there, but I find it hard to find new music from them.
Yeah.
It's safe. Yeah, I don't know. Not everything is safe.
Oh, right. So when you do Beat Saber on Twitch, are you doing stuff that you know is safe? Like DMCA safe? Oh my god.
So yeah,
I've
I
always
guess
wondered that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I always take a big risk with Twitch, and yeah. So
I've been like,
try
I
not to
kind of
think
want
about
to do
it.
some Beat Saber stuff, but even when we were doing VR chat, they have like a Beat Saber room in VR chat, and I was like, I want to play because I had some different songs in there, but I like muted my stream, like I muted VR chat and then played it so I could hear it, but stream couldn't. They just watched me do this with nothing, and I was like, oh, it's kind of shitty, but I'm not going to risk it. And then I'm like, oh, is there? There probably are some stream safe stuff in Beat Saber that you can do, but
there is.
not everything. So,
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, like, my argument is like, if I play like the Borderlands game, the intro has a song in it that's not copyright free. So it's like, you're never safe.
True.
So it's
same
just
as playing like GTA with the radio on, right?
Yeah. Like,
all of those songs are licensed.
Yeah.
Just turn the radio off.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
I guess I'll just
but still, same concept,
try it. Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully this soundtrack by Twitch really becomes a thing, because I think it'd be really cool. So I guess again, they're just gonna have to listen to the community about what's working and what's not working, and then maybe go from there. So
there is a part of me though that there's a part of me that's like, I'm glad that there's progress, but the other part of me is just, man, Amazon isn't broke. Just pay the license fee, like everyone else has. Like TikTok has paid the record labels blanket license fees so the music can go on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So TikTok's already done it, so we know it can be done.
It's not impossible.
And YouTube's got a ridiculously in-depth process, but they've got a process in place.
I have been thinking about like, how can we see change that area, because obviously like it does affect me a lot, and I could get banned on like every platform really if they wanted to go after me. But yeah, I'm
record labels want it to happen.
They want what to happen?
They want to be able to have music on these platforms.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how? Like, how can we get change? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, no one's talking about how to get the change that we want. Like,
they want to be paid. That's all it is. The thing is, actually, if we break it down even further, the record labels aren't the ones that want to be paid. It's actually the publishers. So the music industry is really complicated, but I'll try and simplify it. It's basically you've got the artist who is signed to a record label, but then the music that they produce isn't owned as such by that label. They go through a publisher. Right?
Yeah.
And that publisher, their entire job is to make money for the artist. It's their only job. So if the record label gets a deal for their artist, they're then going to say, okay, how's my artist being paid for that song? And then they've got to negotiate and stuff. So what the record labels are saying, yeah, we want songs to be on every platform, but the publishers are saying, yep, cool, pay us.
Right.
Stupid. I just wonder like how we can put pressure on Twitch to just buy licenses. Like,
yeah.
Oh, they probably will. It's just they're knowing big companies like Amazon. Is they're going to say, well, we'll pay it, but we just won't pay that much. I mean, Jeff Bezos isn't the richest man in the world because he's a dumb businessman.
Yeah.
True. Very true. Could just open his bank account, with all these billions.
Oh, he totally could. He could pay for that license fee out of his personal money.
Yeah. I guess the problem with Twitch is like, like Amazon is where they make their money. Twitch, I think, it's like a very small proportion of how much money they make. So unless it's a good investment for them, they don't really give a shit.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
What do we got next, Jack?
Phasmophobia. I just thought it was cool. I know we already spoke about it, but news-wise, I was looking at some data this week, because I've been looking at that quite a lot with some of these indie games sort of popping up and how they're popping up onto take over everything. Fall Guys, Among Us, they went from having only a few hundred player average base per week per month to like 500, 600,000. Among Us, like 400,000 last week, and Phasmophobia is in that 30,000 to 40,000 range at the moment as well. And last week, they were only in a couple of hundreds. So I've just been looking at all this sort of stuff, and I just thought it was really cool. And when I was playing the other night, I don't know if this is true or not, but someone in my chat said like something like, "Isn't it crazy that this game is made by one guy?"
What is it?
Really?
That's what they've said, but it's the publisher and developer is Kinetic Games, so I'm not really sure, and I couldn't really find a way to confirm that. But even just that, just
So
think
it's a
about that
self-published game.
is pretty insane. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it is their only game on Steam.
yeah, so I'm not really 100% sure how true that is, but someone said it, and I thought it was very interesting that if that is actually true, it is pretty insane. Because even when I was playing, as much as I was freaking out, I was looking at how well it had actually been done. If you hold the torch and you go on like the keyboard and you like move the torch around on all the axes, like the shadow moves around the keycaps. Like it's been done incredibly well.
Good.
And the way everything works, I haven't really had any issues with the VR side of it or anything as well. Playing on PC, it looks fantastic and plays fantastic as well. The only issue I saw was I was watching a Seer play it and one of his arms went missing for some reason in VR and he couldn't get his arm back, so he lost like the crucifix or whatever. But yeah, apart from that, I just thought it would be cool to bring up that it's just such a tiny game come out of nowhere again and is just taking over. But I guess it's that whole 4-player co-op. It's very easily accessible.
And the other one that I thought about as well, just in time for Halloween.
Yep.
Yeah, because everyone streams horror games, and then, I like. There's not too many good horror games out this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably play it a bit more.
Yeah, but I think it's really cool that it runs on both PC version and VR, and you can both still join the same. So if 2 people are in a VR headsets, 2 people on PC, you can still play together.
Yeah,
I think that is really, really cool. Yeah, because some of them are only VR, and if you don't have a VR headset, then you can't play with your friends. So I think it's really cool. We were playing with 4 of us, and two of the guys I was playing with started getting a bit sick. So they were like, "Oh, hang on, let me just switch to the PC, and then I'll join back."
Yeah, it happened with me too. Like, with someone I was playing with. Yeah.
So it's super easy. You just wait around a little bit, and they get on the PC, and then they can just jump back in and keep playing. So yeah, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
The next bit of news, Fid would be excited, right? Silent Hill 4.
Oh, mate.
Konami's next PC release. I just saw this pop up because Silent Hill 4 The Room has showed up on the PEGI website, rating at 18 for graphic violence.
Yeah, so it's a re-rating on the game as well.
Right.
So previously, I think it was rated 16, but like these ratings drop off. So it looks like it's either getting a re-release.
Yeah.
Or is Konami looking at doing some remakes of the Silent Hill game? I mean, I would totally be down for a remake of the entire first 4 games.
That would be good. I haven't actually played them. I only watched Silent Hill the movie for the first time like a few weeks ago.
Don't let the movie be the judgment of the Silent Hill franchise.
The movie was really good. I'm like, I want to play this game now.
The thing is, you probably would have really enjoyed it more as someone who isn't a Silent Hill fan, because I think it was a good movie. It just diverts a wee bit away. It's like Resident Evil. Resident Evil movies, I think, are good action movies, but nothing like the game.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, if you can't tell, I'm quite the fan of Silent Hill.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And so I saw this news and I was quite excited. I'm hoping it's a remake of the first 4 games, and
that'd be cool.
I just think it's weird that it's only the 4th game that's been rated.
Right.
Yeah.
So is there something that like quite specific about that? Is there something that could?
Oh, look, the funny thing is
from this like a spin-off.
Silent Hill 4 was different from the first 3 games.
Right.
Because the whole thing of the game is that you're stuck inside of this one room and it's first person, and then you find a way through a hole or whatever, and you've got to go out into the world. It's alluded to that it's not real. And every time you're out there, it's second person or third person. And then every time you go back into the room, it's first person. So it was a big difference from all the other Silent Hill games that ever came out. So that's literally the only difference between that and the other games. It was a game that a lot of people didn't like as well.
Yeah,
So
right.
I
Okay.
wonder if they are going to do a full remake of the entire series, and it just so happens that Silent Hill 4 was the first one to get the rating.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
glad that they're doing something with the Silent Hill franchise.
Yeah.
Eventually, I want to see a new game
Yeah.
because
I just
Hideo
thought it was cool.
Kojima's Silent Hill not coming out was probably the biggest loss in gaming for a long time because that looked like it was going to be an amazing game.
Yeah, right. Well, that could be cool.
But
I
yes,
just knew
I
you're a
am
huge
excited,
fan,
Jack.
so I thought it'd be fun to bring up. The next thing, Cyberpunk 2077 with the new trailer, Seize the Day.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's actually
Is it
really
just?
cool.
It's got Keanu in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw a little teaser.
That's
I haven't
why
watched
it's
it yet.
in the news. So all I wrote for this was Keanu Reeves. Well, Cyberpunk 27 as well, but mainly Keanu. That was really it. Yeah, there's no other news besides that.
It's
Keanu's
a good
in it,
trailer.
And it's actually a really cool trailer. I don't know. I feel like I've been keeping quite up to date with the Cyberpunk stuff because it's my
going to be the biggest game of
2025. You know? The neon stuff, the cars, like that's kind of like everything.
Yeah. I'm trying not to get too hyped. I'm like, because it's so hard to like live up to high expectations.
It's funny you say that because I literally had that thought yesterday when the trailer came out. I was thinking, is it actually getting to the point where the expectations of this game are becoming so lofty that it won't be able to live up to it?
Yeah.
Like,
but at the same time, it's like Witcher. The Witcher's great. Like, they've got a good track record.
Remember how excited people were for No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
Right?
The
hype was high for that game, and then it came out and...
yeah. I guess CD Projekt Red, they have a good track record.
They've got a really good track record. I don't think they've ever put out a fizzer, have they?
I don't know. Old
Maybe.
Stuff. Like the original Witcher games were janky, but I think that's just the time. Like,
that was the generation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still have high hopes. High hopes.
Oh, totally.
So
I just want a 3080 to play with it.
Yes.
That'd be great.
That would be wild. We should have talked about that a little bit more. I didn't have enough information on that, but anyway, it just looks incredible. The way it plays is going to be a very big factor in this, I think. Like, I don't know. Even with Mafia, like the way Mafia drives frustrates the hell out of me because it drives not how car games drive these days, even like GTA and other games.
Yeah. Did you do the race in Mafia?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That is, but the way it drives is so perfect for the game and the era.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. As much as the driving frustrates me, it's so perfect that it's like amazing. So I don't know how these cars are going to drive, whether they're going to completely change it up because it's all in the future, right? Are they going to have a different driving style or I don't know.
Did you ever play the Godfather games back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, if you remember right, the driving in those was really janky as well because with the older cars.
Because of the cars. The cars just feel like you're driving a boat. Like, and that's exactly what it is because they're just old. Yeah. Like, and it just it makes so much sense, but it's just I can't get my head around it, you know, with all the other different racing games and stuff. So that's one aspect I'm kind of keen on. But I don't know how much driving you'll actually be doing in Cyberpunk. So I don't know whether it's going to be like just between stuff or whether you can just drive around. I don't know. The next thing I thought would be cool was Smash Bros. The next
this was
DLC
pretty cool,
with
actually.
Minecraft. How cool is that?
Yeah,
and it's
big
not
Minecraft
just one character.
No, the 4.
Yeah.
Wait, who the 4?
Steve, Alex, the zombie, and an Enderman.
Oh, cool.
A very short Enderman.
Yeah.
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 Very.
Like it makes sense.
But
It's
just
pretty
the
random, but makes sense.
Is
I haven't seen
really
it.
cool. You'll have to watch it. I'll link it. I'll send it to you after this because it's really
That's
cool.
a dope trailer.
It's not like they just added a character in and you play the normal maps. They've got 4 different biomes that switch past. So like you can play the other characters on the Minecraft. Like it's like it's an actual DLC of like Minecraft X Smash Bros. It's not just they've added a couple of characters. It's like its whole own thing, which is really cool. So I think it's going to be awesome. I don't know whether they are actually super overpowered, but they look like they are just owning. like they jump up above and drop like
The anvil.
the anvil down,
Yeah.
and they're just lighting
I
people
think
on fire with the tinderbox
I
or whatever.
don't imagine they're going to be
flint
any
steel.
more powerful than the existing characters in the game. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
the anvil just looked like it was a down attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
It looks cool though. It looks very
totally
cool.
looks cool. I think it's dope as well. Seeing like Smash Bros has always crossed a few boundaries when it's come to characters that they're including in. But the fact that we're now starting to see like Microsoft open up and say, you know what, we've let you have a couple of rare characters. Now have our biggest franchise.
Yeah.
Oh,
very true.
Was their
Very,
biggest
very true.
franchise up until last week.
Wait. What? What's their biggest franchise?
Minecraft.
No, what do you mean up until last? Oh, I get what you mean. I'm
The
confused.
Bethesda
Really bought
purchase.
Bethesda.
Oh, right. I didn't get what you meant. I was just like, what?
Whoa, what have they done?
Oh
Yeah.
no. I don't know.
Although
Minecraft's still up there.
I was going to say,
Minecraft is
arguably,
still up
Minecraft
there.
may still be the biggest
Yeah.
franchise.
I don't know. Who knows?
You
This
show
could
me a
take it back
10-year-old.
over.
Show me a 10-year-old that hasn't played Minecraft.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Very true. But the last bit I had on here was the World of Warcraft Shadowlands expansion has been delayed till the end of the year. Been delayed a few. I'm not really super up to date with that, but maybe there's a few World of Warcraft players that watch this that may not know. But yeah, Warcraft released a little bit of an update today, basically saying that they're going to be moving it back. They're in the process of determining the actual launch date, but it is going to be later on in 2020. So I think they've got some polishing up of certain aspects of the game and what the expansion is exactly going to be. But I'm in a podcast group chat with all the boys. We do like a normal podcast one week, and they do a WoW podcast, and they were talking about it, and they're all like actually stoked that it's being pushed back so they can work on a few things. So
yeah, well, I think most
Fingers crossed.
gamers now think, see the positive in a game being held back, because it means that you're going to get the best possible product in hand. It's not like over the last few years, how many games have come out unfinished and have had to be patched a month later or whatever.
Yeah, they just need to work together and not release them at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Because what, the Cyberpunk, Valhalla, I think Just Dance comes out then, and then like the consoles same time, like everything's coming out in November.
Yeah,
even like the Call of Duty as well, like all of it is all around the same.
I think the other thing though that gamers are getting a lot more understanding of as well is the fact that if they don't delay these, then these studios need to crunch and put in so many hours and so much hard work, and the fact that this game is going to impact people's actual real lives and mental health and things like that. People now are thinking about that when it comes to the games they're consuming, and I think that's why people are way more understanding. I know personally I'd rather wait an extra how overdue is Cyberpunk? A year? Is it a year?
I'd rather wait.
I think it's by the time it comes out, it'll be a year or a little bit over. So
because we got a teaser for it like years and years and years ago at E3. It's crazy.
Well, I think I was at the Xbox one when they showed it.
That
which
2017.
Was 2017. That was the first time I'd seen anything about it.
Yeah, but I think if it came out, I don't know whether it would. Hopefully not be as good, So now that we have waited, it's going to be this absolutely incredible thing that the hype's lived up to, and it's even better than any of us ever expected.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's going to be insane. So we'll see what happens. Got Watchdogs Legion as well, which sort of has that character sort of change as well. You can sort of have different characters you can play, the same as Cyberpunk. Got the 3 different areas you can start off with, 3 different characters, that sort of stuff. So pretty interesting year for gaming, above the wild and uninteresting or interesting year, whichever way you look at it, we've had. So who knows? Yeah. But that's all the news I had. Yeah. Probably more stuff out there, but that's the ones that interested me and I thought would be cool to talk about. So yeah.
All right. So thanks for pulling that together, Jack.
No worries.
But Naysy, this is where we put you in the hot seat, and you're going to have to field some questions, not from us, but from the good people of Twitter. And we know nothing but good things come from Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not wrong at all.
So, Jack, hit Naysy with some questions.
Let me just grab these, and then we will be good. Alrighty. So, I've just got ours open, then I'll open the one from yours as well, so we'll see. The Vega Bus has asked, before Beat Saber, were there other rhythm games that took your liking, like DDR, Guitar Hero, Rock Band?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally was into Guitar Hero. That was great. Yeah, I love Guitar Hero. Were there any others? I don't know. I played a little bit of Just Dance, but yeah, like growing up, I was like a band geek and I did dancing, so I feel like Beat Saber is like I've trained for this. So yeah,
it's like the thing
yeah.
that you had. Yeah,
yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Well, what did you play?
I did flute.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a pretty like hardcore. Like I almost went to the conservatorium of music after high school, but I'm like, yeah, like I like playing, but all the theory bullshit, I'm like, I hate it. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, and one from Don. It says, Naysy, which purchase comes first, the PS5 or one of the new NVIDIA RTX GPUs? Of course, maybe PlayStation can solve the question by sending you a custom purple skin PlayStation 5.
That'd be great. For me, I'd pick GPU because it's just like not like nothing super exclusive or amazing coming out for PS5.
All right. Related to that, then, Xbox or PlayStation for the next gen?
PlayStation for me. Like Xbox, I'm like I can just get it on PC and play it with my 3080.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't get what Xbox doing. Maybe I don't know, but PlayStation, like I'm a PlayStation fangirl. Like I love other exclusives. They have like amazing games.
Yep, fair enough. Well, that answers that one. All right. So the next one, this is the last one we've got. From Wind Charger. Not good about a watch, so I'm going to ask here. If you could live in any other country other than New Zealand and Australia, where would you live?
I'm good. Can I give 2 answers? Yeah, I would love to live it. Like I love Japan. I love going to Japan, but I wouldn't want to live there because I think like I don't know, like their economy and stuff like that. It's like low wages, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I want to live in like Switzerland. I think Switzerland's beautiful, and I think they like living there is good. Like they care about the environment
good
and
healthcare
stuff
as well.
Yeah, so I think Switzerland.
Yeah, they look after their people. They've got amazing government sort of financial care for people when they get pregnant. And
yeah, I really want to travel to Switzerland, but I don't think it's cheap to go there. For sure.
Or not possible at all at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's true. But yeah,
very true.
Yeah, definitely when I could travel again, go to Japan. But yeah, I don't think I could live there long term. I think
I think Korea's first on my list.
That's the same as me as Korea. As soon as everything calms down.
Oh, you've been, yeah.
Like me and Panda are going straight back just to spend a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, Jetstar's doing was doing flights there.
But I don't know if I could live there. The streets.
My wife and I were supposed to be in Korea this month.
Oh, really?
Really? Did I even know that?
I don't think so. Like we'd planned it and booked it early on in the year, and it pretty much got cancelled 2 weeks later. We were planning to go over there for my birthday.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that would have been sick. But I think that's not one of the first places I want to go. I don't know. Nowhere else really tickles my fancy, you know? Like America, not really.
Yeah.
Probably just to see people. I think if like TwitchCon was on, like I would definitely go.
Yeah.
You know, if obviously the world wasn't as cooked as it is, but TwitchCon is to see people. But I don't know if it's like, I want to go there to see things, you know? It's more about the people. Whereas Korea, there's so much to see and it's so much fun. But I guess it's sort of the same as Japan, right? But yeah, that's all the questions that I could see on there. I didn't check Discord though, so sorry if anyone was watching from Discord. If there was any in there.
But in saying that, it's just about time for us to wind up the show. Anyway, Naysy, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Where can people find you online if they don't already know?
Just Naysy on everything: YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Yeah.
Yes, I love that brand consistency.
Yeah.
Just click on the link tree or whatever it's called.
Yeah, link tree.
That's how I open up all the links today.
Once again, though, Naysy, thank you so much for joining us. as we said right at the start, we've been working with you for a long time. And we love working with you. We love that you've come on the show. You're always a breath of fresh air to talk to as well. So we appreciate you coming on. And yeah, everybody go out there, follow Naysy, check out her stuff, follow her on everything. And you can also follow gotogame while you're at it, at goto.game on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. Just look up goto.game. You can find us on YouTube. I think it's just gotogame on there. You look it up. And of course, you can find us on our website, www.goto.game. And you can follow both Jack and myself as well while you're at it. I am at Fid McAwesome on everything, and Jack is at Jack Hutto on everything.
Easy.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. It's another show. Once again, thank you, Naysy. And we will be back next week.